Hey everybody, it's Andrew, and I've got a really exciting one here today. Actually, one that really surprised the heck out of me. This is the Dell Pro 14 Premium. Now, I did a live unboxing of it last week and got a good turnout, so people were pretty interested to see what this new rebranding means for the business-focused line from Dell. No more Latitude, obviously, no more of the other brands, XPS included. But what we have is a more simplified, streamlined naming system here, and this is the Dell Pro line, Dell Pro 14 Premium. Now, this is running Intel's Lunar Lake processor, so we're looking at the Core Ultra 7 268V, so this has V Pro, so for those businesses that need it, this has it. And what Lunar Lake has brought to the table many times now, we have seen over and over, is great efficiency, great cooling solution here in terms of cool and quiet, and great battery life. This thing has been off the charts when it comes to battery life. In fact, it's probably one of the best, if not the best, in terms of longevity. I did my testing on it and I couldn't kill this thing. I tried everything. I threw everything I had at it. PC Mark 10, all the tests, the PC Mark 10 Modern, Office test, we got the video playback, the gaming test, everything. Thing has been amazing. We'll look at the battery life in this review. Performance, certainly good enough for what you're going to do in terms of your business needs. Microsoft Office, email, web browsing, everything worked out really well. Now, the star of the show will be this 14-inch display. Now, there are going to be a few options here. This one is the Full HD Plus IPS, which is going to maximize battery life, but they're offering this with a tandem OLED display coming Q1 of this year. And what I'm hearing, or from what I'm hearing, it's going to be sometime in March. So definitely keep your eye out if you're looking for a high-end, high-res display, and especially with the tandem OLED, it makes it something pretty special. We looked at a tandem OLED in the XPS 13 last year, so check that out. I'll leave links for my reviews in the description below. So what do I think about the Dell Pro 14? To save you some time, I'm going to tell you something really good here. It is an excellent laptop. Yes, I came into this not knowing what to think with the rebrand. You know, you can say what you want about the design. We'll get into that in as well. But this is a no-nonsense, no-frills, excellent laptop that gives you good performance. It gives you great battery life. It's a great build on it. It's got a zero lattice keyboard. It's got a phenomenal 8-megapixel HDR IR webcam. That's probably the best in the business so far, and has some pretty nice speakers on it, really good speakers actually. An excellent outing here with the Dell Pro 14 Premium. There is one big thing missing here. We'll talk about that, of course, but I think this is an excellent job here by Dell. We'll get into it and more why I think this is a premier business laptop so far for 2025. Now, it's not cheap, but again, not geared towards consumers. It's geared towards businesses. They get a discount, so just keep that in mind. Let's get into it in this review. Hey everybody, it's Andrew, and this is the Dell Pro 14 Premium, brand new for 2025, coming up. All right, we're going to start off with the build and design. So this is a understated design. It's a gray, a dark gray finish. It's thin, it's light, and it's definitely well built here. It's got a really durable chassis. It's meant to take a licking and keep on ticking. And especially if you're going to roll these out in your fleet, this is something you definitely are looking for. Now, as far as the port selection here, so on the left side, you get an HDMI 2.1, you get a USB-C port there, you get a headphone jack, and then on the left side, or the right side rather, you get a USB-A, another USB-C, and by the way, these are Thunderbolt ports, Thunderbolt 4, and Kensington lock. One thing I love about this, I love the fact that the two USB-C ports are split up, one on each side. And one thing that these do have is replaceable USB-C ports. So we're moving towards that modularity that we've been wanting. So kudos to Dell for implementing that. Now, notably missing, there's no SD card or micro SD card reader. Now, for those wondering, yes, you can open the lid with one finger, and you sort of get a raised typing angle as well. So that's going to be good for the ergonomics, gives you a good typing experience. Also helps with the airflow. And this, by the way, this is the most quiet and most efficient laptop I've seen in a very long time. We'll get into that. Now, look at this zero lattice keyboard, and I'm absolutely loving it. Key travel's good. The overall tactility and feedback, you get a physical function row. I know a lot of people didn't like the XPS line because of the capacitive row. Here you have a properly laid out physical function row. The keys are that zero lattice keyboard, and I'm actually a big fan of this. I really like it. You get two speaker grills, one on each side. Now the power button doubles as a fingerprint scanner. That worked out really well. You also have that 8 megapixel IR webcam. It's HDR plus. It's fantastic. We'll show you in a little bit. Now, one thing that is missing here, and I think it's not a carryover, I wish it was, maybe it's coming, who knows, is a haptic touchpad. So you get a standard type glass touchpad here. It's very good. It's responsive for scrolling, doing all your gestures. This is very good, but I'm curious to see why they didn't go with the haptic touchpad. So that's one little thing that I noticed that's missing. I don't know how you feel about it. Let me know in the comment section below. But at this price point, I'd like to see a haptic touchpad, a carryover from the Latitude line from last year. We don't get that on here. So that's one thing I wanted to point out. But as far as the touchpad itself, it worked. Functionally, it's fine. It's worked out really great. It's also a collaboration touchpad. I forgot about that. So if I start a Zoom call or anything, I'm able to bring up the icons that have the ability to mute the microphone, to shut off the camera, to share your screen, and to do chat. So having the collaboration touchpad is really good. All right, let's talk about the display here. So this is the 14-inch IPS display. Full HD plus, 1920 by 1200, non-touch, and it's a bright display. It's pretty sharp. It's actually brighter than I expected and a lot better than I expected. Actually, you know, when I saw the specs, 400 nits of brightness, whatever. It actually went above that, and it also has been very good as far as the longevity and the battery life. Now, one thing to note, it is a 60 hertz display. It's not 120 or anything like that, so just keep that in mind. But having said that, you're going to maximize the battery life, and we'll get into that phenomenal battery life a little bit later. Now, the great news is if you want a higher end display, they're going to offer that with a tandem OLED sometime in Q1. I'm hearing end of March, so stay tuned. It's coming. So that is coming. So if you want that high end tandem OLED, you can't go wrong. Just expect less battery life with that OLED display as opposed to this IPS. Let's talk about that battery life. 20 plus hours on pretty much all the standard tests that I run. The modern office, you're looking at mixed use in terms of that, a real world, 20 plus hours, video playback, 24, 25 hours. I mean, the thing was just off the charts. I couldn't kill it. So if you're looking for something you can take with you on the go on a cross-country flight or cross-continental flight, and you want to have longevity, this thing will just go on and on and on. And this thing has been a battery beast, no doubt about it. Now, as far as performance on this has the Core Ultra 7 268V. This is with V Pro. And as you can see, the single multi-core in line with other Lunar Lake processors, certainly good enough for Microsoft Office, email, web browsing. It's not going to break records in terms of the multi-core, single core, and the synthetic benchmarks, Geekbench, Cinebench, all that stuff. So it doesn't matter. I could tell you in real world usage, you will not have any slowdowns, no hiccups, smooth, fluid, everything worked out really well. I was able to run DaVinci Resolve Puget benchmark on this, and it actually did pretty good. Now, that's because this has the Intel Arc 140V graphics, which has been a game changer as far as an integrated graphics solution and as far as a thin and light laptop. This certainly comes through, as you can see from the Time Spy, Firestrike, and Wildlife Extreme scores, excellent. Now, when it comes to thermals, I saw very little thermal throttling on this, so that's been very good. And as far as the temperatures, this is probably one of the coolest laptops when you're putting it under heavy load, never overheating. Cool to the touch, great for use in the lap. And the fan noise, probably one of the quietest laptops I've heard in a very long time, rivaling that of the one I just did, the Microsoft Surface laptop for business, which is one of the quietest as well. You will hear the fans maybe kick in under heavy load, but when you're doing your normal tasks in balance mode, you don't hear anything. It's pretty silent. So that's been pretty good. Now, as far as the camera here, this is an 8 megapixel camera, HDR plus IR, allows you to log in with face recognition with Windows Hello. Let's give an example of it here, and it is pretty amazing. But you let me know what you think in the comment section below. Now let's give it a look and a listen. So this is the 8 megapixel IR camera. It's an HDR plus here, and it's probably one of the better cameras I've seen in a very long time. Definitely good for your Zoom calls, video conferencing calls. It also has the studio effects, the background blur, the auto framing, all that. It is a Copilot Plus PC. It has the NPU to help with all that, the tops, all that stuff. So yes, this definitely has it. What do you think about the video quality, and what do you think about the audio quality? And I like the fact they put a shutter switch on top of the lid above the camera for more security and privacy. Again, let me know what you think in the comments section below. Now, the speakers on this are actually really good, punching above the weight class. I didn't expect it to be this good. Really good. I did in a comparison in that live unboxing. I'll leave a link to the replay if you didn't check it out. Excellent job here. The good overall audio here. You also have a headphone jack if you need to use wired headphones. Of course, you connect via Bluetooth. Really good. Now let's give it a listen, and you let me know what you think about the sound in the comments section below. MacBook Pro. All right, let's talk pricing here. And one of the things that you're going to probably say, well, this is ridiculous. Why would I pay over $2,000 for this? Keep in mind, when companies are buying these from Dell, they will get discounts, steep discounts, and Dell does run a lot of sales. So right off the bat, you might say, yeah, this is way overpriced. And I agree, it's very expensive. However, when you factor in what you're getting here in terms of the really high quality camera, the incredible battery life, the overall excellent build of this, I can start seeing where they're coming from here. Although, again, I wish it came in a lot cheaper. If you get some ThinkPads, also can get pretty expensive, especially the X1 Carbon Gen 13. The X9 came in pretty aggressively, so we'll see how that pans out over time. But again, they will run sales over time, but it is definitely very expensive and one of the cons of this device, that's for sure. But again, when you're buying these in bulk, you'll get some pretty sizable discounts from Dell. Now, overall, what do I think about the Dell 14 Pro premium here? And I got to tell you, I've been super impressed with it, especially if you need something with longevity, that has a great keyboard, that has overall good performance, and stays cool and quiet. That's exactly what we want from a laptop, especially thin and light, business-focused laptop. Now, the screen goes back, as you see here, all the way back. And by the way, it does have upgradable storage. It has a 2230, M.2 2230. So for those that want to swap it out, you can. And you also have Wi-Fi 7 on this, which worked out really good. And they are going to offer this with wireless WAN or 5G option, of course. That's going to give you that secure connection on the go. So for those that need the wireless WAN, you are going to have an option for that as well. It'll also come with a nano SIM card slot, and I believe it also has eSIM support as well. So I'll let you know when that's available and how you can order that. I'll leave links for everything in the description below. But I got to say, Dell hit a home run here in terms of this laptop, and I will hopefully be getting a review unit with that tandem OLED display, and we can then get a look at the two side by side. Again, if you want that higher quality display that's going to have more color accuracy, color gamut, coverage of the color gamut, all that stuff, that is the one to get. But if you need longevity and a very good Full HD Plus display, this is one to choose. I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comment section below. So we're making our push for 200,000. We're already over 190,000 subscribers. I've been a tremendous amount of growth lately, and that's been phenomenal. And one of the things that I'm really seeing is people are just really reacting to these kind of videos. So I'm really appreciative. So as we make that push to 200,000, if you're not already subscribed, why not hit that subscribe button? It doesn't cost anything, and it certainly helps support the channel. If you're going to buy something, buy it through my affiliate links in the description below. That's another way you can help support the channel. So until next time, this is Andrew, and I'll see you in the next video.